The Board of Works and Safety and Park Authority meeting to order. First order of business is roll call, please.
Tom James.
President.
Bonnie Terry.
Present.
Mayor Earl Franklin.
Present.
Street Attorney Laura Thompson.
Next up will be the minutes approval of our February 28th session or 25th session.
Motion approved. Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes from our February 25th session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. No citizen comments this morning. Unfinished business. We did table the quote for the BFDs. Ben's not here. We tabled it for further estimates.
He got prices, I do know that. He's got 4 or 5 different problems around town.
Yeah, no doubt. So, okay. Well, it's not officially on the agenda, but it was in minutes that we tabled that, so. We still didn't have those quotes, or didn't have them, when made up the agenda, so it was just making that clear, so we'll just hold it over for the next meeting. New business, the park department, we got a quote for the benches at Gazebo Park.
Yes, I guess it's always nice when I come to you asking to spend gift money. That's what this is. The Don and Sally Strauss, they've been really great. I know they've given the Lions Club increments of money, and also the Rotary Club. And Rotary has given the parks a gift of $6,900. And that's in the gift fund, so I started getting quotes. 2 companies I use a lot on benches are Barco and Wabash Valley. One can be cheaper than the other depending on what it is. So you're going to see a Barco quote for $62.76, which is the cheapest. And we've purchased from them before. They're a really nice company. And then Wabash Valley, which is I've also bought from them. Their quote is a little bit more at $79.19. And then for the third quote, I have not dealt with Belson Outdoors. They were quite a bit higher for what we wanted, and that's over $10,000. So I would like to purchase the 4 benches for Gazebo Park. It is from our gift fund for $6,276.29. That gets 4 benches. And the inscriptions giving Don and Sally and the Rotary, their names will be on all the benches. And that leaves me a little bit of money left in the gift fund for the extra concrete I only need to pour to attach the benches to.
So their plaques, it's included in that 62.
Yes, yes, and actually they're very expensive. They're crazy expensive for plaques.
Discussion. Entertaining motions to accept the quote from Barco.
So moved. So moved.
Second.
I think I'll make the motion to accept the quote for Barco.
I'll second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded that we accept Barco's quote for the park benches at $6,276.29.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Next up with that, don't have to. It's been moved and seconded that we accept the quote from Barco for $6,276.29. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Mike?
Having the capital plan to get our parking lot resurfaced this year, and I got some quotes on that. Got one quote with Milestone for $89,859 or $59.12. I got another quote with Penn and Brown for $75,780. And the third quote I got was from Culver Asphalt. There's $61,931. I do have this in the capital plan. Or but
Well, we had 30,000 in the capital plan.
30,000 in the capital plan, and I had over 30,000 left over for purpose. Correct.
So you're good with all?
Yeah, they do good work. Plus they're local.
Amazing what cost things.
One nice thing about Culver, they don't use any recycled material in their asphalts, it's all virgin material. Yeah. It usually holds up a little better.
I'll move that we accept the quote from Culver Asphalt for $61,931.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we accept Culver Asphalt's quote for the parking lot at $61,931. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Gary.
First of all, got the tornado siren. You look at that, it's a tornado siren from ERS, and they do the install. Middlebury Electric does they install the pole, install everything on the pole, get it hooked up to the power. On this one, we actually have taken down the old siren. So what we're doing, we're replacing the siren at Owens or Kroger's. They are doing a renovation there. They need that siren out of there. They need us to move it. So we had it in the capital plan for next year to replace that siren. So we jumped ahead a year in the capital planning to get this going on this. They need they're digging right now, doing stuff up there, so. This is a package deal. They've done all of our sirens. The total came up to $42,773.66. I had 45 in the capital plan set aside for this project.
That takes care of ERS too.
Yep, that's a package deal, so that takes care of just one invoice from Middlebury Electric. They take care of the ERS part, so Middlebury Electric will get everything ordered. Once it comes in, they'll install it on the pole, and then go out, install it, then ERS will come in and get it operating order. Plus, they have to go out here hopefully this week and take down the old pole for a siren, so that those guys can keep working out there.
We can reuse the old siren.
I'm wanting to, I got some plans I'm working on, some different things. It's an old siren, but it still works. And we still have the radio control and everything, because this will be all new. So basically we'll need a new pole and have it installed. And I'm working on something to hopefully get it back up in the air and working for us.
Any other discussion? I entertain a motion to accept that.
Motion to accept the cost of that 42,773.66.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept Middlebury Electric's quote for the new siren at $42,773.66. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried.
Next, I had, like to request to add Chris Coney on as a volunteer. Chris Coney's he's been working with us for several years. He, as our chaplain for the department. He does have a history of being on some other departments and stuff down south where he lived before. So he's got some of his training, but he still has to finish up what he doesn't have. So would like to add him.
I'll move that, we allow the fire department to, take on Chris Coney, on the volunteer staff.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we accept the request for the new volunteer firefighter. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carried. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Just in time, Brian.
Oh, great.
Nothing.
No, wet.
I had five, and 2 tenths, 5 inches, 2 tenths.
Really?
That, I dumped it out at 8 o'clock and it was raining then, so we'll see what we get the rest of the day.
Wow.
Jeremy, anything else?
No,
Did you figure out what, happened to the siren out at Water Tower?
yeah, for some reason it shut off, the radio in there shut off.
Oh.
So I gotta get with ERS and, so that's been the same problem the last 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
So evidently they don't have something right, so.
They're working on that. Anything else, Mike?
Yes, I do.
Hopefully by the next Board of Works meeting, I get some prices around. I need to get new gutters put on our building. We had some ice come down this winter and wipe them out. We had 3 inches of water in our buildings. So I need to get that repaired real quick. That's all I have.
Yeah, your arm floats on.
I just wanted to update you guys. We took the gazebo down yesterday. Of course, we've been getting some calls, people concerned, and, you know, it's been there a long time, but obviously you guys know there is a plan to replace it and redo the whole thing, and so that's where we're at.
Okay, thanks, Jeremy. Jeff?
Just letting you know, next meeting I'll have prices for our garage doors. It's got the capital improvement. The garage door has been there since the building's been up in the or late 80s. And they're just no longer, they don't seal, they don't do anything, and building in the wintertime just freezes and will burn up more heat than what it's worth. So we're gonna get that taken care of. The other thing is, the report we send out every year, you guys get it at home, is CCR report, it's customer, well, the report we send out to the customer, we tell them the quality of their water and everything. State of Indiana has made this so difficult. I submitted 6 copies to them last year, making revisions each time that they sent me and what to change. And they continue to keep right up till I was almost too late to get it out to the public. Bunch of the other water departments have the same problem, and they have finally decided they're not going to do that. There's people out there that do specialize in writing these reports and making sure everything's in it. They'll certify them a whole bit in the state and the feds, so we'll have no more issues, and they guarantee that. Problem is the price is a little cheap, so, and there's not a lot of these companies out here doing it. In fact, we'll have the price for that too. But it's something we gotta do. It's, we don't have another choice. And is that like everything else, they just made it so difficult that you can't do it. The last thing, just to bring to your attention, I brought it up to the department head meeting yesterday. This new lead rule has changed again, and somehow, some way, and I'm not sure how it's all gonna come about, and we're working on it, but we've replaced like all of Martin Street from the main to the curb or to the meter, which is the city's property. EPA and IDEM is now saying we have to replace it from the meter pit to the house. Not exactly sure how we're gonna do it, but we gotta come up with a plan this year, how we're gonna handle this over the next 5 to 10 years. So, it'll be expensive, all I can say is, and be prepared for it.
That plan that may or may not change.
This, and like I told you guys at the meeting yesterday, this lead rule is a living, breathing document. It changes every month. So it could go to where it's not as bad, but the last time we thought that, it went worse than we could ever imagine it was gonna go. So, it's all stems from, Flint, Michigan. And Michigan's the one that came up with this idea of replacing the line from the curb into the house. And the reason being is big share in ligonium on top of it, that line going to the house is usually galvanized. And back then there was 3% lead in the galvanized pipes they wanted out of there. There is some things about customers opting out. There's some things in there about 50-50. There's some stuff in there. Until we get it all figured out, I'm just not really sure where we're going. But I thought we were way ahead of the game because we almost had all of our lead. By the end of the year, we'll have all of our lead gone. But now we gotta go back and do all the galvanized. So it's something.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah.
Jerry? Elroy? Right.
Nothing.
Wow. Thank you. Robert? Many of you know that we had a pre-construction meeting with trucks yesterday on Glacier Run out there. And thanks to all the department heads working with them, getting the final details figured out for water lines, sewer lines, and a few other things we need to do. We got a few other details, so we're working on that. Laura's going to work on checking up on the bond issues and get those squared away with them. So they're itching to start. We're itching for them to start, but a couple more hoops to jump through. Austin's been real good about taking care of that business. So we had a meeting with the core group. We toured around several projects we want to get completed this year. They're going to put together a so to speak, a quote for us. And I see this morning's paper and Kids Alley. Well, they put in their Kitten Alley. If you read the article in the paper this morning, the newspaper had the Kitten Alley in there. That's it's a kid alley. So, yeah.
Typical media.
So anyhow, we'll get that squared away. So, but anxious to see putting all these projects together into one bundle, so to speak, and being able to get them completed. And long along with Jeff's, a couple other things that, we're concerned about. Saturday, I'll be meeting with, Senator Glick and Representative Abbott and, a few other dignitaries. And, we can remind them, jostle their memory a little bit about the lead line situation and a few other details and on some of these new House bills and Senate bills that recently passed. So, be an interesting conversation. I'm sure there's other mayors having the same questions. So, it'll be interesting to see how all that goes. With that, I entertain a motion for adjournment. So second. Great, moved and seconded that we adjourn. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried.